Hello, I myself, Dr. T. Surendra, faculty of DEM College of Teacher Education, found out one guidelines for transforming higher education institutions into multidisciplinary institutions across the country as per directive by University Grants Commissions under the NEP 2020s. So this guideline is a need of the hours, and we cannot neglect it, and we have to perform accordingly with these guidelines. And therefore, I am making a video on these guidelines because video is highly interactive than the hard copies. So for this, hope that I'm doing the service to all the institution, all the academician for wide circulations, wide awareness on the guidelines for transforming higher education institution into multidisciplinary institutions as per NEP 2020s. Let us go ahead. These guidelines was prepared by University Grants Commission, and that was published in September 2022. It is published and printed by Secretary, University Grants Commission, Bahadur Shah Zafar Mark, New Delhi 11002. And these are the contents. These are the contents of these guidelines, draft guidelines for transforming higher education institutions into multidisciplinary institutions. And the contents are the preamble, objective, a process toward the setting up of multidisciplinary higher education institutions, requirements for multidisciplinary higher education institutions, number 5, general conditions, number 6, academic collaboration between institutions leading to multidisciplinary education and research, composition of academic councils, composition of finance committees, number 7, mergers of higher education institutions, number 8, adding new departments, number 9, establishment of department education in multidisciplinary institutions, constituent colleges of universities, number 11, multidisciplinary research in higher educational institution clusters, number 12, role of university and governments, number 13, grievance redressal mechanism required for collaborating higher educational institutions, number 14, references, and the last one is acknowledgements. These are the contents of these guidelines for the conversion into the multidisciplinary as per as UGCs. Now let us try to know the four words. Acquaintance of higher education institutions as envisioned in National Education Policy 2020 is one which Bill Byron's communications of scholars and peers break down harmful shoals between the discipline and enable students to become the well-rounded individual. However, a substantial number of higher education institutions in the country are either single streams institutions or multidisciplinary institutions with rigid disciplinary boundaries. To transform the higher education institution into multidisciplinary institutions within the timeline suggested by NEP 2020, therefore is a challenge. In order to enable the transformation of higher education institutions into multidisciplinary institutions, the UGC constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Professor R.P. Tiwari. The committee has suggested multiple ways such as collaboration, merging, clustering between institutions to achieve the characteristics of multidisciplinary institutions. I am happy to present the guidelines for transforming higher education institutions into multidisciplinary institutions to the higher education institution for consideration. Hope these guidelines help the state government and the university to frame appropriate rules and policies to transform higher education institutions into multidisciplinary institutions. I take this opportunity to thank the chairman of the expert committee, Professor R.P. Tiwari, the member for drafting the guidelines. Thanks are also due to Professor Nageswar Rao and members of drafting committee for establishment of the Department of Education in multidisciplinary institutions. I also thank Professor Rajnit Jain, Secretary UGC, and all the orders for providing all the possible support in bringing out these guidelines. From Professor M. Jagdish Kumar, Chairman, University Grants Committee. This guideline is prepared. So this is a guidelines, and these are the preambles. The way proposed in the NEP 2020 to end fragmentation of higher education institution is transforming higher education institutions into multidisciplinary university, college, and clusters and knowledge hub. The type of the higher education institution is emphasized. Number 1, multidisciplinary research-intensive universities. Number B, multidisciplinary teaching-intensive universities. Number C, degree awarding multidisciplinary autonomous college, smaller than universities. So UGC would like to convert all the educational institutions in 3 phrases: multidisciplinary research intensive university, multidisciplinary teaching intensive universities, degree awarding multidisciplinary autonomous colleges. So what are the objectives of these guidelines? Number 1, transform the single stream institution into large multidisciplinary universities and autonomous degree awarding. Number 2, strengthen the institutional infrastructure necessary for multidisciplinary education and research, and a process towards the setting up of the multidisciplinary higher education institutions, academic collaboration between institutions through higher education clusters leading to the multidisciplinary education and research in different modes, merger of single streams institution with other multidisciplinary institutions under the same management or different managements, strengthening of institutions by aiding the department in such as language, literature, music, philosophy, ideologies, art, dance, theater, education, mathematics, statistics, pure and applied sciences, sociology, economics, sports, translation and interpretation, and other subjects as needed in multidisciplinary institutions. Now the mergers of higher educational institutions. There will be 2 conditions. The first one is merger of institutions under the same management. Institutions functioning under same management may merge to put the academic and physical resources to optimal use and to offer multidisciplinary educations. The managing trusts and societies of the institutions should submit an undertaking to this effect that institutions under its management will merge in accordance to the rules of the state government affiliating universities and or the regulatory bodies. Number condition 2, merger of institutions run by different managements. The private institution desirous of merging with a single stream institutions, multidisciplinary institution of another registered society or trust may apply with the approval of the affiliating university to the societies or trust of the institution be merged with the become part of it as per the procedure of Society Act or Trust Act or case may be. Adding new departments. Policy on the holistic and multidisciplinary educations underlying the pooling of courses and resources from variety of discipline and providing the flexibility to students to choose courses and pathways such as holistics individual development takes place in intellectual, artistic, social, physical, emotional and moral dimensions, and that 21st century skills and competencies including social and life skills of the critical thinking, problem solving, communication, leadership, teamwork, mastery of curricula across the fields, increased social and moral awareness, creativity and innovations are fully developed and put to practice. The teaching learning has to be linked to life, community and world of work including the environment across all discipline and fields of the studies including STEM educations. Establishment of education, department education in multidisciplinary institutions. NEP 2020 visualize establishment of one education department in colleges, in university, in a higher education institution to contribute to multidisciplinary holistic education and to contribute to research and development in these areas. Section 15 of the NEP 2020 underline three purposes: to consider cutting edge research in various aspects of educations. Number two, to support the actualization of teacher education in multidisciplinary institutions and to contribute to multidisciplinary and holistic research education across the disciplines. Section 15.6 of NEP 20 talks of education department developing a range of experts in education including subject areas. Section 15.9 stipulate that all the PhD holders across the discipline shall have to take up courses from education departments relating to curriculum design, pedagogy, education areas, communication and writing, so that they develop the competency relating to these areas too, as also that they may take up teaching as a career in futures. Education department or department education or school of educations are visualized as instrument toward contributing to multidisciplinary across discipline of the students of the study in higher educational institutions. Number two, benefiting from the multiple environment of higher educational institution for its own programs and contributing to multidisciplinary teaching, learning, curriculum, pedagogy, technology, enabled blended learning, assessment and evaluations as visualized in NEP 2020 and develop the specialized experts in these areas. At present, there are three structural arrangements and area of work that education department in university and old colleges serve. One, offer of education program, MA education, PhD as broad disciplines and research-oriented programs with wide coverage of the educational planning and organization in the country, and to address education as a distinct but multidisciplinary area of studies. Number two, offer of teacher education program, BA, MAd, BA, diploma, elementary educations, art education, physical education, preschool education, integrated teacher educations, and PhD for pre-service and in-service training and professional development of teacher and teacher educators. 3. Beside above three, there are education department in various undergraduate colleges. Example, in the state of Orissa, Jammu, Kashmir, Northeast states, West Bengal, and some colleges in the University of Delhi, which offer general and honors programs in discipline educations, combining largely various interdisciplinary areas relating to education as a distinct field of study as, and in some cases, some school practice teachings. The visualization of multidisciplinary in higher educations under NEP 2020 is concerned with improvement the pedagogy of teaching learning, research in the pedagogy of teaching learning, and development of multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary understanding of students and graduates by pulling courses from other disciplines. The same objective is also largely addressed by the teaching learning centers, Center for Excellence in Curriculum Pedagogy under the same PMMMNMTT schemes, Inter-University Center for Teacher Educations, and the research and development need of teacher education in the countries. In standalone teacher education institutions, all the existing standalone teacher education institutions must aim to become multidisciplinary higher educational institutions. These will bring about a major transformation in preparation of appropriately qualified teachers by ensuring high quality training and exposure to teacher training for multidisciplinary educations. Because teacher education requires multidisciplinary input, all the programs for initial preparation of professionally trained teachers will be moved into multidisciplinary higher education institutions is a phased manner. Currently, most teacher education institutions are standalone institutions, and this has led to the intellectual and professional isolations of teacher education and their faculty from the rest of the disciplines. education department and multidisciplinary higher education institutions. Multidisciplinary university, the multidisciplinary college must also aim to establish department in education which, aside from carrying out teaching and research, can also offer 4-year integrated programs in collaborations with other departments such as psychology, philosophy, sociology, neuroscience, Indian languages, arts, histories, literature, science, and mathematics. From this, we learned that all the universities must have Department of Teacher Education, and that teacher education will collaborate the scholar and students, and the research works can be done on the basis of teacher education with reference to with different subjects. So this is a need of the hours. All the universities cannot exist as a standalone universities, and there will be collaboration. The course like 4-year integrated program should be established in all the universities. Structure and arrangements. Considering the large number of university colleges, it may not be feasible to open education department in all the institutions in one go. Therefore, an attempt should be made to open education department in select multidisciplinary university and colleges. Subsequently, other universities and colleges may be taken up in phased manner or phased manner for the purpose. Further, this, along with existing education department in various universities and colleges, should involve in the implementation of NEP 2020. The already existing education department may be upgraded to play a strategic role in implementation of NEP 2020, and planned departments need to take initiative to supplement the national and institutional initiative toward its implementations. The existing education department may do hand holdings to guide the new education department educations. The norm standards followed by UGC should be applicable to these selected institutions. The existing as well as the planned education department may preferably be named as a school of educations. So under the school of educations, physical educations, teacher educations, general educations, adult educations, all these will be under the school of department at the university levels as department education in colleges. But however, in the at the college level, department education will be theirs. And more stress should be given to linkage of these courses and program to the job market, national and internet and regional developments need the needs of life and then communities. Function in the programs. The education departments need to go beyond contributing to the value of design and delivery educations, that is educations or teacher education, to include the strategic plannings and organizations and management education. While education department it shall be multidisciplinary, it will function in tandem with other disciplines, contributing further toward multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. There should be multi-unit or centers or special group in each education department, especially in the area of policy, studies in education studies, foundation of education, equity, inclusions, education literacy, governance, special needs educations, comparative international educations, interdisciplinary research, beside areas which directly contribute to enriching the other disciplines, the light curriculum pedagogy, especially interdisciplinary pedagogies. Research learning, including the technology-enabled and blended learning, assessment, evaluations, educations, language. Existing education departments need to be relooked at and re-examined so as to revamp their functions and programs. They are supposed to take the lead role in implementation of NEP 2020, resource development, trainings, and research. Education departments are to primarily offer the following programs, undertakes the functions: design and develop offer of the certificate, diploma, degree, add-on skill-based courses relating to area of study of educations in specialized areas of the curriculum, pedagogy, education, technology enable learnings, assessment and evaluation, special niche education, education planning, management and leadership, educational, vocational guidance, counselings, yoga, shiksha, among the others, so as to develop specialized experts in these areas for the operation of education structure and function in the country. is also developing expert in specialized areas for the other department and discipline. These could be general areas as well as specific areas of the interventions. This could address a wide range of level starting from preschool education to up to higher educations. This area of study should be linked to skilling and employability in respective sectors, while courses from these programs, including online courses, can be taken up by other department discipline, holistic and multidisciplinary educations. The program of education department can also take up courses for variety of discipline, including online courses. In addition, all department, irrespective of discipline, should ensure that PhD scholar take the training in teaching, education, pedagogy, writing relating to their chosen PhD subjects during their doctoral period. PhD scholars may also be assigned 4 to 6 hours per week of teaching, research assistantship for conducting tutorial or lab work or an evaluation in order to gain additional experience along with their research works. Conduct cutting-edge research, develop digital and other professional development resources, collect best practices, undertake continuing professional development and scholarship of teaching and learning in above noted emerging areas of the higher educations. So from this we learn that education department, it should not be department where only the MA education and B.Ed and PhD is given, and where the adult education department, physical education department, teacher education, where integrated courses, B.Ed 1 year, 2 year, M.Ed courses, PhD in a teacher education should be under the schools of education at the university level, at the school level, at the college level. Department of education should be there. That department education should be extended more. So many things are there, and I would not be able to take all those things because this is a very vast. It has 60 pages, and I could not complete all those 60 pages. And this is a guideline given by the UGCs as under the directive of the Ministry of Education with reference to NEP 2020, and these guidelines for transforming higher education institutions into multidisciplinary institutions is a need of the hours, and all the institutions of higher education institution need to care of it. With this, let me stop here, and then my informations will be quite beneficial to the listeners. And thank you everyone for sparing for your wonderful time. See you in next time in a significant video. Thank you very much. See you.